Hey guys, welcome to the Real Life Everything podcast. We're your hosts, Ebony Westwood
and Kristen Noel.
Here on the RLE pod, we dive into the real, relatable, and raw topics as we navigate adulthood and real life our dreams.
Our mission is to support women by encouraging authenticity, self-awareness, and celebrating all our real life wins and sisterhood along the way.
What are you real life in today, Chris?
I'm real lifing everything. Let's get into it.
Hey guys, welcome back. I am Ebony Westwood.
And I'm Kristen Noel.
And this is the RLE podcast.
Welcome back.
Hey.
What's up?
Hey Chris, how you been?
I'm good, girl. How are you?
Good. You look fabulous as always.
Thank you. That's all you.
Thanks, bitch. So today I'm really excited. We have another special guest today that we have on our episode. And I'm just so excited to have this long-term best friend on our podcast today. You guys have heard Chris and I being, very intentional as well as excited to bring other people on that are dear to our hearts, and of course that are also a part of our team. At some point, we bring on our team members too. But we're kicking off another episode with a very, very close best friend of mine. And without further ado, I would love to introduce the most beautiful, talented, and vocal Miss Khamilia Levon.
Hey.
You can insert like a fake clap there. Hi, Khami.
Hey.
Do I say hi to?
That's a good question.
Yeah.
Okay. Hi, Cam.
Hi.
How are you?
I love you.
Why did you say that?
I don't know.
Oh.
Are you nervous?
You know I'm nervous.
Oh.
I hate stuff like this.
You love stuff like this. I think
Well, you look perfect for the camera.
God
Like
damn,
you look
she look
ready
good.
to slay. Like all you gotta do is just be you.
Because slay is what she do. But we're going to get into that. And speaking of getting into it, before we, kick off the conversation today, before we get deep, because today we're going to go deep.
We diving deep. We going there?
diving
Let's go
deep.
there. Let's go there.
I think that would be cool if we kick off this episode with a nice rapid fire.
Let's do
What
it.
y'all say? Okay,
Let's
cool.
do it.
So, I can kick off the first question, and then the goal of a rapid fire is that we'll ask you a question. You have like literally a split of a second to answer it. You have to answer whatever comes to mind first, and then boom, we go into the next one. We just kind of do a few of them, just kind of like break the ice a little bit. Ready?
Excuse me. Okay.
You ready?
I'm ready.
Okay, boom.
Oh, you said I have to answer it fast.
Yeah, you have to answer it fast. Like you cannot think about it.
Okay.
You ready?
Y'all both gonna ask me one?
Right. How is it? We just alternating?
Yeah, well,
Okay,
So
let's do
boom,
it.
I'll start with the first one, and then you'll go into the second one, and so forth and so on. You ready?
Okay.
All right, boom. What's your sign?
Pisces.
What's your moon sign?
Taurus.
Favorite movie?
Love and basketball.
Ooh,
No. Practical Magic.
Practical.
What's
Magic.
that? I haven't heard
What is
that.
that?
I
Gotta
know.
watch it.
Oh, okay.
Who's in that?
Let me add it to my
Sandra
list.
Bullock.
No, she's a good ass.
That's my
actress.
favorite actress.
I
I
like
haven't
Love and
even heard of
Basketball.
that. Oh, okay.
Yeah, that would be number 2.
Who's your favorite artist?
Marsha Ambrosius.
Oh.
I feel like as long as I've known you, you never said Marsha Ambrosius. Ever.
No, it's always been Marsha. Well,
I don't
since
even
she
hear you
came
play
out.
her music. I don't think I should say all that right now, but like, okay, we're just gonna roll with it. What's your favorite color?
Purple.
Oh, mine too.
Yes.
Okay. $1 trillion or sex?
For the rest of your life.
What does that mean? Oh, you have to choose either one?
Because I know you so well. I think I know which one you're going to choose, but I'm just going to let you.
Sex.
For sure.
Mm.
What's your favorite food?
French fries.
Really? What do you like about French fries? To make that your favorite food?
Favorite.
Like if you make them from home from scratch.
Okay, I'm like, which fries are we talking about?
From scratch, French fries. Like
I don't think
my
I've ever made
favorite.
French fries from
I mean,
scratch.
French fries from everywhere.
Yes.
They're the
I'm
best.
not a huge French fry person.
It's
either.
bad. I'm addicted.
Mm.
I'm not even gonna lie.
You know what?
it's
That kind of
bad.
remind me of last night. You dig into them fries pretty heavy last night. Okay, that makes sense.
But my mom said that she ate that was like her favorite thing to eat
When she was
when
pregnant
she was
with you?
pregnant with me. But
Wow.
she says it like that's why I'm addicted to French fries, like why I like them so much. But I believe that no is because that's what I liked.
Yeah.
Right.
When I was in her womb.
Well,
That's
yeah,
what
yeah,
I
yeah.
wanted to
Oh,
eat.
yes.
Oh, baby,
It was
she was
always
fries.
I want fries.
You was telling her, like, feed me fries.
Yeah.
Right. Exactly. That part.
Right.
Good morning text or good night text?
Good night.
Really?
Yeah.
You surprised at everything.
Her answers. It's like, I'm supposed to respect how you feel, but like, why? Okay, you gotta explain that. Well, why?
Because
Because
I like my days to my I like my days, but like when it's wind down time, that's when I want to like connect.
Oh, okay.
I like the moon, so like I feel like I can get deeper than in the morning. Like I need to be in the sun. I need to be out.
So you like, I don't need the good morning text. I just want to start my day, get on with it.
Yeah.
And then when I wind down, that's when we can get into, hey boo.
How was your day?
Okay.
You know?
Really,
Okay.
Kim?
Yeah, because
That's very interesting to
fresh
learn.
start.
Okay.
I need to spend time with God in the morning.
Amen to that.
I
We
like
did
that.
This
I
morning,
like that.
we were not playing about that. Yeah.
Oh, I like that.
Fake IG page to stalk your ex, or you're just gonna
This is
watch it
funny.
from your page.
Both.
Explain why both.
Because I don't have any fake pages. I have a lot of pages.
Yeah,
So
you
if I
do.
want to look at your page, I can look at your page. Like, you can block me all day long, but I can still look at your page from one of my other pages.
Girl.
So it's not necessarily fake,
Right.
but it's just not my personal page.
Do your partners know all of your pages though, or your
Who
partner?
partners?
Okay, partner
Right.
in the past.
Whoever you're stalking.
Yeah, right. Whoever you were dating that you
If they
eventually
cared
started.
enough, they did.
But like, you never like shared it with them to say like, oh, like.
I mean, I've been single since I started all of those pages. So,
okay. So no, they definitely don't know unless.
I mean, my
read.
beauty page.
Yeah, for sure.
But I had changed that name. But like, my beauty page has my name in it.
Right. Exactly.
So, yeah, they would know it's me.
Yeah. What about a friend?
Oh yes, absolutely. But it's not really. But it's not really like from a fake page.
No, it's not. It's from your real page. Jesus.
I'm going to stand on it. If I'm going to look into somebody's
Exactly.
page, I'm going to stand on it. I never made a fake page. Ever.
That's right.
Cheers.
Can't even cheers to
They
that.
don't- you got the finsters.
Got a page or two. Doing great content. That's it. Just talk. Or maybe. I've been delivered. Let's just say that. Okay, so speaking of just the woman that you are and all these amazing things that you got going on, we might as well introduce who you are. We have Khamilia, like I said already, guys. This is my long-term best friend. We've been friends for over
It's been a minute.
like 2 decades at this point.
Sixth grade.
Sixth grade.
Y'all went to middle school together? Cute.
I would say no. Yes, we did. I keep forgetting. Because how we met, we were only in.
At the skating rink.
But was it 5th grade or 6th grade? It was 5th grade. We went to 6th grade
It was
together.
5th grade.
It was 5th grade,
Yeah.
right? Yeah, we met just really
At
quick
the skating rink.
at the skating ring. It was this chocolate brown girl with these green eyes on her skate standing over there by herself, and I said, "Ooh, that's gonna be my best friend."
Oh.
Really?
No, not really.
You just made that up.
But I definitely.
No, you did. Because did I have my?
I think
nose
you-
pierced then too?
I
No.
think that's what a thing was. Like you
In
were
5th
just
grade?
like.
What?
Cammy had green contacts
Uh-huh.
in the 5th grade.
Uh-huh.
I think you did. You have your nose pierced?
No, I did that 6th grade.
Oh.
No, I did it 7th grade.
So I think it was just really the green contacts.
Yeah.
I'm like,
I
how
know,
are
it's
you
crazy.
my age
Yeah.
and you have green contacts? Like,
You know what I had in 5th grade? My aunt took me to get my first acrylic set in 5th grade. And I
What?
remember that
You
being
know
like a
what? I
big
think
deal.
mine
Definitely had my nails done.
And I had my cartilage pierced that I got. She took
In
me
what
in
grade?
5th grade. Yeah,
What?
she took me to get my cartilage pierced.
We grew up much.
I didn't. You know, my mama was not having it. My father
You're right.
was. So my father was like an escape for me. Like I can do a lot of things when I
Yeah.
was with my father.
Yeah.
But my mom
was
was
like,
the opposite. So I think seeing you, my age, with green contacts, I
Yeah.
was like, oh my gosh, like
Like, how can she have
how?
that?
My mom would never.
Yeah, everybody thought I was the fast one.
Everybody in the girl group thought you were the
But
best
I was just
one.
creative.
Yeah.
My mom allowed for me to be.
Creative.
To express yourself, right.
Shout out to JoJo. So yes, again, speaking of all these amazing things about you, you are also known to the world.
I am?
Yes.
Oh, thanks.
As a celebrity makeup artist and hair artist. Okay. Little fake clap.
Yes, clap to that.
You are an author, soon to be published author,
Ooh.
which we'll be able to talk about that. And another thing that you are known, whenever anybody asks, like, who are you? You always say that you are a lover, which I love that. And I think that kind of spills and flows into all of these other amazing brands that you have. So
thank you.
let's get into it. Did I miss
dope.
anything about you?
No.
No?
I mean, no.
Well, boom, let's get into it. So, just being, I know you talked a lot about before, like, how you got into the industry of becoming a makeup artist. Like, that wasn't even the thing or the industry that you were going after at first. You already talked about, like, share with the world your career and everything.
How I didn't want to be a makeup artist.
Yes, how you didn't want to be a makeup artist. But just, like, some of the things, today I would like us to focus on, like, just some of the things that are deeper than just Khamilia Levon being a makeup artist. What inspired you to start your book? What are maybe some of the things you talk about in your book, such as, codependency and being able to heal from being a person who went through codependency and becoming the woman that you are today? Again, which are some of the things, you don't have to share everything that's in your book, but I know that you talk about that in your book. So if you want to talk, whether it's from the reference of your book or, because your book is you, or the reference of just who you are today and how you transition through that. Like, I would love to hear that.
Like, why did I write the book?
Well, okay, so you could talk about why did you write the book, but, like, that codependency part, if you could dive a little bit into it. And the reason I'm just, talking about that point right now is because it's something that I can relate to personally. Okay. And I feel like every day through conversation with you, I'm still learning and being able to identify some of my own habits as a person who experienced codependency and may still,
I mean, we was codependent on each other.
Right. But I feel like out of our girl group, you're probably the one who maybe experienced it more on a deeper level or was able to identify at such an early age, and you was able to do a 360 in your life with that. So talk like...
Wait, why do you feel like I, out of all of our girl group, went through it deeper?
I feel like because you're so vocal about it, and you're able to say, "Oh, I did this because of my codependency." You get what I'm saying? Not saying that we never experienced it, but like you have just been like, I don't know, how did you even come up? Because we were young. Did you know that you were codependent when we were like 6th grade, 7th grade?
I didn't find out until 2016. How old were we? Like, what, 26, 27 maybe?
Probably.
In 2016? 25.
Yeah, we was 25. Yeah.
Okay. So, through therapy, I went to 2 sessions. And the first one, okay, so I, did pre-therapy on myself before I even, actually went into therapy. So, by the time I went and actually talked to someone, she kind of just was, reassuring me that I knew what I had already found out within myself, and because I was in a very almost addictive, toxic situation with a guy, and I was trying to understand him more and why he was doing the things he was doing, and then that's when I just started Googling stuff. I just started YouTube and stuff, and I seen a video on narcissists and codependence. And it
at 25. And you were able to wrap your head around that at 20.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't accept it. I didn't it didn't really, I was still in denial, because even after I went to therapy and they told me all of that, I still went back to the situation, even though it wasn't nothing that you can't really heal a person that is, but me just still being hopeful and thinking that God can change anything.
What brought you to look that up, to even get into what were some of the signs that even led you to find?
Mentally, physically, emotionally, financially. And me just searching for God. Really, I was searching for God, but trying to find it in this situation, So yeah, that is what made me do it.
Yeah.
Hurt, pain.
Yeah. So since like experiencing codependency, and like I said, and we say this a lot on this pod, we say it a lot in our girlfriend chat. Awareness brings change. So once you be, I guess, at some point, go ahead. You was gonna say something?
Yeah.
Go ahead, because I know you don't want to lose your thought.
Because even though I became aware then, I still didn't start doing like the real work.
Mm-hmm.
Like I still went back and I went back. Like I had to make a little bit more. I had to get more experience on it for me to really be like, okay, yeah, this is really what it is. You know,
almost like hit rock bottom.
Yeah.
Of.
But I had hit rock bottom
before.
But sometimes we gotta learn a lesson multiple times before it hits, and then we're like, oh, it's something that just flips the switch, you know?
Like, okay, yeah, this is it.
But it doesn't always happen right away.
Yeah.
So I get that.
Yeah. Like I'm so hard-headed.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh, I'm so hard-headed.
Yeah.
And I think it's because of this Taurus moon. Like emotionally, I'm so hard-headed.
My mom's a Taurus. I love you, Mom, but ooh, baby.
And yeah, my mom used to say that all the time. Like a hard head make a soft
behind.
Okay.
Oh,
sorry.
You can say that.
Oh, okay. No, you're right. Behind. I need to stop.
What, in this moment you need?
No, I just period.
Okay.
But yeah. So yeah, I had to like hit my head a few times on like the same stuff.
Yeah.
In order for me to like really get it.
Yeah, I think that's pretty normal.
Yeah, I think that's common.
That's very common.
I just really don't want my kids to be like that.
Yeah, you want them to learn the lesson one and done.
And I want them to learn through me. Okay, listen, baby. Okay, listen to mama.
Yeah,
don't do it.
Yeah.
You know, I think as a parent, you know, that is a goal. You don't want your children to experience what you experience, whether it is through trauma or just, you know, I had to work hard to become the woman that I am today. I don't want my children to experience. But I'm like having conversations with them and being an example. I personally don't think that there's but so much I can prevent my child from experiencing. And I also have a mindset as a mom and as a parent that's God's child. Like that's between God and Haley or God and I don't know.
We can do the best that we absolutely can and be as mindful as whoever knows how much we can be mindful of, but people still have to experience their own experiences, mistakes, lessons. Yeah. So I think that a good parent is mindful and really drills home these lessons, but they also know that certain things are going to be out of their hands. And that no matter who that person is, they're going to have to experience a journey of their own. So,
that is true.
Yeah. So they're going to experience something, but they might not have to experience that same lesson
or
5 times.
Just
but
not as many times as
maybe they experienced it once, if that. But you know, but we can't stress ourselves out too much.
Right, and they can come to you and say, you know, like Mom, like I'm experiencing this, and I remember you told me about it before. So I think just having a conversation with our kids. It's just kind of like saying, I've been there.
Yeah, I understand.
You know? I'm not saying this because I want to prevent you from, like, I want the best for you, but I've been there. So when you start to feel like you're going through that too, come holler at me.
Exactly.
Right. Yes.
Okay, so.
What's the name of your book?
Can you? Yeah. Okay. It's called Covered.
Okay. And
it's coming. I spell it with a K.
Okay. Because your name is spelled with a K?
Yes.
Me too. Shout out to the K's. Okay, so when is it coming out?
So I'm in like, I guess, I was about to say pre-production, but like I have an editor, so she's editing it. Okay. She said 3 to 6 months, and that was like maybe 3 months ago.
Okay.
So maybe 3 more months.
Gotcha.
I'm hoping my birthday. My birthday would be perfect, which is in February.
Okay, cool. Okay, I'm just wondering because I wanted to set the scene for our readers, for our listeners, and for myself. I definitely want to read this book, but also since we were talking about it. Okay, so now we can dive back into, you know, just your questions surrounding the book, because we wanted to, you know, set some background. So, okay, what else were you saying?
Oh my gosh, I'm just like, I'm feeling all types of amazingness right now. I am. So you were actually talking about just kind of going back to, codependency. So now that the light bulb has went off, the switch is turned on, you're like, okay, enough is enough. Talk a little bit about the switch for you, the change for you, like when you started to heal through codependency. And I know we're always healing, but like the healing process for you. How long has it been since you've been healing from this?
I guess since 2016. But wait, what's the question?
It's okay.
How long have I been healing from codependency?
And just a little bit about your process of it. This is
okay. So the start of it would be, to me, pain, right? And then I would say next is the awareness, right? To try to like stop the pain. And then I think denial. I was kind of in denial a little bit at first. And then trying to like also, heal in the place that caused the pain. Which that's never possible. You can never heal in the same place that
hurting.
I mean, with the same people. Person who caused the pain. I mean, to a certain degree, And
so for you, you like walked away from that person rather than trying to heal.
No, I went and tried to do that. Like just from my process on how I went through it, and then I fasted, and I detoxed, and I became vegan, and then I think I went through like a level of forgiveness, but like for him, then I started forgiving like my parents, and then I started to realize, I'm codependent because I have abandonment issues. So that's really what is the root of codependency, because codependency is just like the act, but it's not necessarily what the root is. The root is you're codependent because you have abandonment issues, and you don't know how to let go, and you become attached to people, and you also are afraid of being alone. You don't. You're afraid for someone to leave you and for you to leave people. Right? So I think that is. Did I answer? Is that a lot?
Girl,
should I go deeper?
I feel like we can go deep. I mean, you started talking about like your health.
Oh yeah, so that so me detoxing, right, and fasting, that helped me to like build my I definitely know for a fact that it definitely made my connection to God much stronger. Like I just knew things without like guessing. I you know how you need confirmation, you say you got to pray about it. I didn't have to do that. I just knew. I was able to trust my instincts like that. Like I felt lighter. Everything was beautiful. I felt the best, even though I had nothing. Like, I was homeless.
Wow.
I didn't have no clients really coming in. I was the most positive, and I just saw every perspective of like so many. Like if it was a bad situation, I just saw the brighter. Like instantly, and that was the best I ever felt. I mean, I lost like over 30 something pounds.
Oh my gosh.
I got so small, but I felt amazing. Heard God so clear. Like I definitely recommend that to everybody. Fast and detox. When you are hurting, fast and detox.
Wow.
But forgiveness, that came very easy.
I'm scared of losing weight though. I don't want to lose weight.
I can understand that. I want to lose weight. I'll talk about this recently on my stories. I feel like I've gained 10 pounds. But then
I want to gain.
Only like 4 pounds.
I want to gain. So is there a way to detox but gain?
I think it is.
I guess it's healthy protein eating. Maybe.
No, because when you're detoxing and fasting, you're not really eating. You're not eating.
Yeah.
And you're putting in things that is removing toxins and removing stuff. So you are going to lose. But I think after that, then you can go into like a lifestyle that is like could help you bulk up. Like
Right.
I did bulk up. So after I detoxed, I did bulk up.
Okay.
But I was eating, and I was still plant based. Because I was on like an alkaline diet, and I would do quinoa every day with like 2 meals and hemp seeds, and I was lifting.
Okay.
And that really builds a lot of muscle.
Right.
Because it's like it's carb.
Right.
But
it's healthy carb.
You bulk up, yeah, for sure.
Got you.
Wow.
I looked really good when I was bulking up too.
Oh, okay.
I mean, things were stacked.
Like,
boom, boom, boom.
No, you look good though.
Because I know you. Anything else you want to add to that?
Oh, they said this thing called alpha or something like that. It's a herb. You could take it like a vitamin, not a prenatal. A vitamin.
Yeah, just like a daily vitamin.
Yeah, like a daily vitamin that helps you.
I haven't, not alpha.
Alpha or alfalfa, something like that.
Not alfalfa.
And it helps you like be strong too and bulk.
Oh, I haven't heard of that one. Okay.
But yeah, I haven't taken it though. So.
Got you.
Dude, don't trust me.
Right. Go to your nutritionist.
My DMs after this about that.
Yeah, I don't know.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, no, that was actually good. So for any of our listeners who are experiencing codependency, like you said, it definitely comes from abandonment issues, and
not always, but that's
sometimes, right?
Case.
That's for me.
And I think I know I can relate to that, and I recently, for sure.
Oh, okay.
And so to dive a little bit deeper about that is like recently in this year I experienced it now, and I wasn't aware of it until I don't know, I was having a conversation maybe, and I can't really remember what really brought light to me recognizing like, oh, I'm experiencing codependency. But just in our girl group, you know, me and Gigi, we like to work out, and we were working out like every day at one point where I started to depend on her to show up in the gym. You show up in the gym, I'm gonna show up in the gym.
Yeah.
And when she wasn't like days that she was missing because she was just, you know, mom, wife, and everything, she was tired, she overslept, I'd be like, bruh, like, you know, it hit my nerves a little. I was just like, bro, like, what are you doing? So she spent the block on me in the conversation. She was just like, listen, you can go to the gym by yourself,
right.
You know, right?
Right.
And in that moment is when I realized, like, oh, I'm becoming a little bit too codependent on you.
That's a good example.
And you know, and it doesn't have to be as deep as some of like abandonment, like real abandonment issues, but because I did started to feel like. Do you not want to go to the gym anymore? If you don't want to go to the gym anymore, just say that. When that's really not the issue.
Right.
But I felt like just a little bit of abandonment, and it had nothing to do with her. It just really had things to do with me and what I experienced as a child, and I almost allowed that to manifest in just a small example of going to the gym. So, but like you said, it can show up in different ways, and it could be for different reasons. But for our listeners, I know you kind of like broke down the process of what it looks like for you coming out of that. Is there anything else you would like to share with someone that may be experiencing this or are trying to wrap their head around like maybe that might be me? What's the first thing I should do?
Definitely go to your childhood.
I have a question kind of backing up from that. Like, what are some other ways that you can even recognize if you are codependent? Like, if somebody's listening and they're like, how do I know if I am codependent? What does that look like?
Okay.
I know your example was a good one, but what's something else?
Okay, so when it comes to like, because I mean, it only shows up in your relationships. You know? So if you are people pleasing, that's a sign of codependency. If you are making yourself so available and like almost irreplaceable, where you're making a person almost be dependent on you for things like I would do stuff like I mean, even with y'all, I would do stuff like I would be doing their hair. I would be doing that, like styling. I mean, just whatever.
To the point where you're compromising your own schedule to accommodate somebody else, your own self, right?
Like,
just to accommodate
my clothes, whatever you need, like. When you're when you're just depleting your cup, making yourself like so irreplaceable and making people be dependent on you for things.
Yeah.
That's also a sign Like
I checked all those boxes at one point.
Wow.
Yeah, or you feel like you can heal somebody as well. Like, do I feel like that you can like? Do I feel like you can be the? Do I feel like you can be like the seed, like to plant the seed to start someone on the process of their healing?
Right. Yeah.
I think that
It's codependency?
no.
No,
I think
that's
that
fine.
You can do that.
Right.
I said,
Okay.
but like as far as you thinking that you can
That you can
actually
carry the
God,
weight for them. Yeah.
like, you know,
yeah, like
my
Yeah.
taking their
heal
burdens
you. Yeah,
on.
no.
Right,
That's
right. Like
codependency
I
for
am
sure.
going to do all that I can to
Yes,
make sure you
exactly.
learn this lesson or that you go on this journey. But it's just like, no.
Not your job.
Yeah, it's
You're
not your job.
Are you about to cry?
No. Trust me, I've heard it plenty of times before we started. I can't cry on this episode. No, but I mean, I am getting a little hot.
She's fanning the
Because
eyeballs.
literally, I checked all those boxes at one point in my life. Absolutely. Like, feeling like I can take on people's burdens and get them to their healing point or, you know, their healing journey.
And carry the weight for them.
Carry the weight for
on your
them.
back.
You know, in relationships, like really showing up every single day to make sure that my person feels like I'm irreplaceable, you know, and so I will go and I will exalt my love. I will go and like buy this, do this, like make them feel like they are the best person in the world. When ultimately I want you to feel like I'm the best person
Yeah.
you've ever had.
And reciprocate.
Girl.
Yeah. No.
But like, I mean, definitely other things that you speak on, but like, this is crazy. And then so, just a fun fact, I don't know if this is really a fun fact, but because I do know you, so this morning, right, when we were getting dressed, and you were just like, come in here, let me fix your makeup, because my makeup was looking quite the opposite of this.
I was wondering if you did her face because she looks beat. She's beat.
She's beat. Yeah, so when you were just like, why did you ask me to do your makeup? I was waiting for you. I was just like, yeah, no, because I know at one point in our life, you know, years ago, you felt like, ooh, my friends are depending on me to do their makeup, or I need to make myself available to do my friend's makeup. I need to make myself to do my friend's hair. It's okay, girl. This is all about healing.
I know. Talk about it. I want to hear.
It's all about truth and healing.
I want to hear about this.
Yeah, so that's why I didn't ask you, because my priority in any relationship, but especially with my, you know, closest ones, is to just show up in a way that that's best for me to love you. And if me showing up and asking you to do the things that, one, you professionally get paid.
That part. Right. That part.
For,
exactly.
You know what I mean? Like, to do it because you're my best friend? No. And it doesn't serve you. So.
That's such a good point. And, you know, the fact that you're mindful of that. The fact that you're mindful of that, because it's like you know that your friend does this professionally, so you don't necessarily want to take advantage of it. But then your friend is like, but I'm your bestie, so I'll do it. So it's just like, you know, how do you? It's one of those things
where I'd rather you initiate it than for me to initiate
right.
it. And I know that me initiating is not like out of like, it's not done out of love or anything. But again, I just know you and all that you've been through to become the woman that you are today, and I just refuse to like. I think anybody in our girl group refuses to take each other back there. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I didn't actually do my makeup. But I gotta be honest with you, I really appreciate you for slaying. I don't want to take this off. I do. So yes. Woo. Cheers to that. Cheers to that.
Man, we were messed up.
I wish we had photos like right here for them to see.
Oh, you definitely got to add
my makeup.
I mean, like, just from us, like, what we used to look like.
And what we used to look like, right. But, like, just how many times you showed up, you know.
How we used to dress. Ooh, baby, all them colors.
The throwbacks.
And now, and I mean, I hope this also brings happy tears, too. Once I saw you getting, obviously, we got dressed together, in case y'all haven't put it together yet. She stayed at my house. So anyway, but yeah, once you got dressed today, like you did your makeup and you got dressed, and I was admiring you. Aww. I was just like, I'm so glad that she didn't feel like, oh, come in here, let me do your makeup really quick, or come here, let me do your hair. Like,
Oh,
I was
no, I
just
did me first
admiring.
now.
And I see.
Good.
Because
Yeah,
back
I do me
then,
first now.
she
Yeah,
did not do her first. Like, it was
Mhm.
knock out all of my friends, make sure everybody else looked good.
And then by the time I got to me, it was
all
like,
you like
okay,
mascara and I'm out.
Oh,
I'm tired.
okay.
I'm tired.
Definitely. That's definitely codependency.
But I saw
Yeah.
that today.
People
and I was just
pleasing.
I'm so proud of you. Like,
Yeah.
that was not you years ago. And now, this is you. I'm so proud of you, girl. So proud of you. Anything else you would like to add?
I don't want my friends to feel like they have to like not ask though. Like I think that is probably why I got emotional because you can still, I can still, we can still pour into each other still because you still do things for me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Now I'm able to see the things that you do for me now a lot clearer too. Because I think just from both of us doing the work, I think now it could be equal.
Mutual.
Yeah, and not one of us drown. I mean, completely. Yeah, and then one of us having to completely. You know what I'm saying?
Right. It's both of that work. It's like the mindfulness on one end, and then on your end, it's the ability to say no if you need to.
Yeah.
But also welcome.
That.
Right. You can also welcome your friends to lean on you, and you can lean on your friends. But also understanding for both of you that like, don't do it if you can't. And it's no hard feelings if like, oh, you don't have time for something. It's really no hard feelings.
Yes, because
you know it's.
Yeah, we're both now like functioning, responsible, independent people that could be like interdependent. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And help each other.
Yeah.
Sharpen each other and like very aware of like, okay, this is I can fill in here, but let me not, you know?
Yeah, I don't need to overdo it.
Right.
Right. But I can still be a support for my friend.
Yeah, I think I also could have moments where I'm like, I could still go into because I am a great lover, period. Like that's why I call myself a lover because I naturally just have that ability to just be able to like, I can see where someone needs help and I could just fill those spaces very easily. And I do still like that about me. But now I have set boundaries in the place of it. I'm not going to deplete myself. Even if I could tell, oh, I can fit in here, I could help here, I could do this, I could help here. But if a person doesn't show me and that they can also reciprocate and they can do for me as well, all of that is
you're not gonna spend your time.
It'll just be in my head.
Exactly. Right.
It'll play in my head, and I'll just be like, you don't even know what I can do for you. You have no idea how I could flip this whole thing around and make you this.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Upgrade your whole life.
Absolutely.
But you're not interested in doing any of a morsel of that for me, so no.
Nope.
Yeah, that's important.
I got to see your capabilities too. Okay.
I think that definitely helps me understand. And we don't have to dive too deep in this, but why you have that type of standard when it comes to relationships, like romantic relationships.
Yeah, it's bad. That's why I'm single.
Look at this baddie, y'all. And she's done the work. She's been to therapy.
Ooh.
She looked great.
Amazing.
Listen, we need the men's to
Step up.
listen. Right. No, they
apply the pressure.
come on. Right. Let them know. Let them know.
That's good. I just feel like
But y'all better have gone to therapy too.
Yes. Please do the emotional work.
Christy, you feel like you may, like, just in conversation, codependency, maybe, like, can reflect on a time when you were very codependent yourself?
Yes. And honestly, it's something that I'm really trying to work through myself still this year. Of somebody who has always been independent.
Yeah.
I have been independent. So it's just like, but then I've entered a space where I'm just like, okay, but I don't want to be independent. So then my longing to have somebody grew. But then I entered into a relationship that felt like it was being a lot codependent because it was just like, it was hard to detach even though things was rough. So now I'm in a stage of like, how do I work through that codependency and potentially even still have a relationship with somebody who I felt like I was codependent with, but how can we do the work to figure out a healthy relationship, healthy boundaries? Can we be there? Can we do that? or is this me just hanging on because I'm trying to be dependent on this person? So I'm definitely working through that this year. It's something that I'm mindful of, and our conversation is putting me back in that space of just like, how do I work through this in a way that brings awareness to my situation and makes me mindful. And it's definitely something that I want to bring up in therapy because I'm going back to therapy. So yeah, it's definitely relevant to my life and my romantic situations for sure.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm not a therapist, so I don't want to say like, I don't want to tell you what to do, but I know like what helps me for sure is definitely like separating myself from the person, like taking a step back. And I think you can still be cordial and you can still be like supportive in ways that you are not overextending yourself. Like you can just, because even I feel like even something small as a conversation on the phone and like you, if you're overly giving advice or like whatever, that is also like could be depleting you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's your energy, that's your time. So I think definitely like you gotta separate yourself a little bit and like.
Definitely. And I think for me that is something that I do is like I monitor my energy, and if I feel like I'm extending too much emotional work, then I know I need to step back. Like if I feel depleted emotionally, then that's a number one sign, like, okay, let me take a step back. Whereas before it would be like, this is draining me, but I'm still trying, I'm still going, I'm still, and it would just be, it would cause me like a lot of emotional distress. But now if I feel that, like, okay, just take a step, just say okay and take a step back. So now I don't feel that.
Get to that point like I don't even let myself get to the point of feeling emotionally depleted. Like, I don't ever let myself get to that point with anybody anymore. Like,
I'm not at that point
I
either.
tell you what it is. This is what I feel, and that's it. I don't.
Right. No, it's not like continuing to go. Yeah, nah, I don't do that either.
Peace. Peace.
And peace.
I mean, right, in both ways. In both ways. Peace out, because I need my peace.
Yes. Like if you are not, if you don't understand, you don't get it, if we not here with it.
Literally.
Cool.
Yep.
No, cool for sure.
It's
no,
cool for sure.
Right.
It's cool.
It's just bye. Like
here.
I'm not.
All the time. Your tribe is out there. I do not need to keep changing
You don't.
to fit in with you.
Or trying to get you to understand
a point that you're not going to understand. You don't want to. So why am I going to keep trying? I'm in this situation right now. It's just like I dealt with that with somebody recently. And it's just like I want to explain to them why what they're doing is fucked up. But there's no point. So it's just like, okay, bye.
Well, I enjoy telling people.
She definitely do.
But that person needs to care. If that person is showing me that they don't care, if that person don't care
because I care.
Yeah.
That might not be the best trait.
Well, I care up to a certain point, and that's when I'm like peace out, because
or the healthiest trait. Let me say that. No, I can relate to that.
I don't take my advice. I'm not a therapist.
You gonna hear from me. Why? Because I care. Because you care.
Thank you guys so much for tuning into another episode of the Real Life Everything podcast.
Yes, make sure you use our hashtags on social media, the RLE Pod and Real Life Everything.
And don't forget to follow us on all platforms. We're on Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter at the RLE Pod.